Okay, since you've seen on the last video I've done that pull start, we are going to take this engine out and we're going to put the pull start on it because whoever had it before me used these mixture of screws. So I'm going to correct this. I think I've got the right screws, but they could have made these slightly bigger or smaller, or because these look like self-tapping screws, I wonder if they use machine screws in here. So I'm just going to try and find out what screws are actually in here. I think I've got a manual somewhere for this. See what screws go in here, sort that out, and then take out everything, sort the fuel lines out, because I think this fuel line is snapped, unless this fuel line I think goes in there, does it? And then I take it this fuel line goes in there like that. How am I gonna attach this exhaust to over there? And I've got a new rubber, a proper like silicone rubber coming as well, because that's in the post ready to come in. So let's take this out. Let's sort out this pull start, so that's all, so it's all one unit, and then we'll move on to the next chapter. So let's take, you can't really do anything like that, so yeah, let's take the screw out. What we've got here, 2 screws. Oh, and that's another thing as well, is to find out, because this engine's only held in by 2 screws, what size are these screws as well. I've got a bunch of screws here. See, even these ones look like they're self-tappers. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use machine screws in there. So let's take, we're going to reset all of this, so I'm going to take it out from here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so these put bigger screws in here. Yeah, totally mashed the engine, and these are the correct size. Look at that. So, okay, so obviously I've got to have a look at one of these. Okay, so let's put this to one side. So I'm back. I'm just going to pack up for the night. I just thought I'd give a little quote. So I managed to go online and order a crankcase where this is all broken. It's not going to hold because this is the engine, isn't it? So this is like the, so I could take all this out. I could take all this out now and swap it all over, and it's pretty good because these engines are pretty rare. Otherwise it's a case of where these holes are, you can get an engine mount plate, and basically, so the bolt holes are here, you can get like a plate, or you could get a mount, and the mount comes up, and it's for the engines that have can't really see on that old car, but they have 2 wings coming out with holes in them. If I show you this Schumacher car, which I've also got rebuilt, you'll see the difference. It'll have these, if you look there, it'd be like this. So it'd be a mount like this, and then the wings will sit on the sides. When you get this kind of engine, the wings, the engine will sit on the mount, and then the mount must be in there. But if you look on this engine, it actually sits from underneath. So that means you can buy any kind of engine really, make a mount out of, well, you could kind of make it out of any kind of little steel, doesn't have to be perfect, and then basically you can put any engine to that. So this is limited, so to make the mount, I might even make the mount at a later date, so you can actually change over. I don't know if I can consider, I don't know if even if I might be able to consider the Schumacher car. We'll have to have a look at that. I think I've got a spare crankcase for this. So if I look at there, I might be able to make a Schumacher one. See what happens. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try and replicate there at a later date. So these two mounts sitting there, and then the engine sits on top of it. This sits directly to the thing, but I managed to get a crankcase for pretty cheap, so I've ordered that. Wait for that to come in. I've ordered the screws that hold this pull start on, and it says in the manual, when I've got the manual, this pull start should be to the side. So when I take this off, I have to make sure that's fine. But as you saw, it pulls really well. So yeah. So I'm happy that I've done that start. So yeah, I've ordered that, and I've ordered these, which are either M2 or M2.5. Because these are like I think these are M2. I'll either get 0.5 or 0.2. They both come in handy anyway, because I've got something else that I've got to tighten up with them. I've mostly got 3s. Yeah, I've mostly got 3s. So that will be coming. Screws are coming, so I can screw this back on, which I'm really happy about. I'm just really happy. Even though I've broken that, I'm really happy about this. Now, there is a stay on this exhaust that goes from here to the point there, and just to buy that stay is a tenner. Just for, it's got 2 of them, but it's a tenner from there to there, and I'm not prepared to kind of really pay that. So if I check the grub screws in there, which it is, I'm going to try and get a bit of wire or very thin coat hanger, because this is so big. Look at that hole. I'm sure it can fit. Where's my bit of coat hanger? Yeah, I can easily get a bit of coat hanger in there. So have a look at that. Ah, yeah, sweet. So I can easily replicate that now. So at a later date I can make one up. It curls round here, and then it comes straight out to here. And I think it goes in, the original one goes in this way, and the grub screw goes in that way. But obviously I think this is an aftermarket exhaust. Yeah. I don't think this is the original one. So anyway, at least I can hook it into one side, bolt it down, and then bolt it in there. That's good. It's good I had a bit of coat hanger. So throw that in the bin. There's a bit. So yeah, so that's it for now. Till those parts come in, I'm not really going to take anything else apart until this engine comes in. I'll see how I feel in a couple of days, whether I'll sort this wheelie bar out and the bar across from the other chassis from here.